Hello, welcome. Let us try to understand one of the important concepts which is useful, especially if you are working in the IT industry. The concept of encryption and decryption. Let us understand what exactly it is and how it works. You can think encryption like a locked box. Here you are a sender. You put the message inside this box and lock it with a key. And only someone who has a appropriate key can unlock it. The key can be either same key or it can also be a different key in some cases. There are different types of encryption and decryption approaches. Based on that, key can be different or same. If the key is same, then it is called symmetric encryption. Key is same means the key that you used for locking is also used for unlocking. It is the same key. If the key that is used for unlocking is different from key that is used for locking purpose, then it is called asymmetric encryption. Based on the application and case-to-case basis, there are different types of encryptions that are being used. Now let us understand how encryption and decryption process works. You are the sender. On your computer, you create a message and it will be converted into a ciphertext or also called encrypted gibberish. It will look like some random text. This plain text is converted into this random text using some mathematical formula or encryption algorithm. There are various types of encryption algorithms are available. For example, if you go to this particular website, if you enter something here, hi, how are you? You can see it is converted to some random text based on the different algorithm. Here are various types of algorithms that are available. Based on that, it can convert into some random text. This is a encryption. So same thing happens during encryption. The plain text is converted into a some random text which do not have any meaning as such, right? And then it is transmitted over the internet and receiver will receive that, and receiver need to have a key to convert it into a plain text which he can read and understand, right? That is called decryption process. Over the internet, if someone tries to look into that message, it is a random, nobody can understand anything, right? So only if you have a key, then you can convert and understand this message. There are mainly two different types of encryptions. One is symmetric encryption, which uses only one key. Same key will be used for locking and unlocking. Wi-Fi is one of the example. For example, you create a Wi-Fi key or a password. You need to use the same password for someone else to join the same Wi-Fi network. Or another example can be if you have a PDF file which is locked with some password and you need to have a same password to unlock by somebody else, right? Receiver. So this is an example for symmetric key encryption. It is fast and efficient, but you must share the same key securely. If a key is leaked or disclosed, anybody else can open it. Another type of encryption is asymmetric key encryption. It means it has two keys. One is a public key which is used for locking. Another one is a private key which unlocks the content. Example for this asymmetric encryption can be email. You log into your email account and you send the email, but your friend who is looking at the email do not need to have your ID or password, right? He will use his own ID and password. So that is one of the example for asymmetric key encryption. And many of these modern applications such as online banking applications, they use a combination of both symmetric and asymmetric key. For example, banking, they use a combination of both asymmetric and symmetric key. Initially, to establish the session connection, they will use a asymmetric key. Once the session key is shared, the same session key is used for exchanging the data. For example, you can inquire about your account statement. The same session key, it will verify whether you are in the same session. That is a symmetric key. Banking server will use the same session key to verify it is you who is looking at that statement, right, or inquiring that statement. But for initial connection, it will use a asymmetric key encryption. That is, it will have a one public key and a one private key. So when you browse the website, you will get a public key because it has HTTPS connection. Using that public key, you will encrypt this message. Whenever you key in a login ID and password on a banking website, you can see it is a secure connection. It means it has shared a public key with your browser. Based on that public key, your ID and password will be encrypted and sent to the banking server. Banking server will use a private key to decrypt that details. And once it verifies that it is you who is logged in, then it will share a session key with you. And that session key is same. Initially, during a login, it will use a asymmetric key approach. And then once you logged in, you inquire about the statement or any other details in your banking profile, it will use a symmetric encryption approach, because asymmetric encryption takes much longer compared to symmetric encryption. So it should be used only when it is very much necessary to be used. To better understand the encryption and decryption, let us look at this website. I will type here, hi, how are you? If you want, you can specify a key here. You select this, generate the key. This is your key. Then you encrypt this text. This is an encrypted text. This is the original text that you have provided, and it got encrypted like this, which has no meaning. This is a cipher text or an encrypted gibberish. Nobody can understand this, right? And you can decrypt this using this particular key. The receiver, when you want to decrypt it, you need to provide this key. If I decrypt here, error while decrypting. But if you provide this key, right, I will provide this key now and decrypt it. See, hi, how are you? It is decrypted. So once you provide this secret key, then it got decrypted. Something similar happens during the encryption and decryption as well. So this is about the basic understanding of encryption and decryption. Encryption and decryption is a vast topic, and there are various algorithms available as well. But this is a basic concept and a basic understanding of encryption and decryption. Thank you for watching.